not me. Okay. All right. So again, I'm just going to follow right down the list of stuff. Can you guys see over here? All right. Why don't you get the girls in there? They're hold on. Dave, why don't you, can you switch with her, or maybe just let her get in, because she's vertically challenged at the moment. All right. Okay, so simple enough, guys. We're just going to write down the list. So right atrium, we're going to point to here, okay? Right ventricle is going to be pointing to, somewhere in here. Left atrium up here, left ventricle here. Now, don't forget, I could technically speak, put something inside here and say, what ventricle is this? Okay? So it's, I'm sorry, what atrium is this? So it's left atrium, left ventricle, and then same routine on this side. Right atrium, right ventricle. The question will tell you what you're looking for. Now, what's this wrinkled section right here on this atrium?
Oracles.
Those are the oracles, right? You got them on the right and left-hand side. Although the right's a little more prominent. So if I'm pointing to here, I might say name this structure. I won't say name the chamber. So in that case, it's going to be the oracle. But if I'm pointing here and say name the chamber, obviously it's going to be the atrium. Right, left atrium. So, sorry. Just watch out for what I'm asking for. Okay, so then we have the SA node, which is in the wall here of the right atrium. Okay, what number we got there?
32.
32 for that. And then the AV node, which again is that 36. Little white guy there, number 36. It's basically it's supposed to be in the interatrial wall.
We can't see Jenna.
I was getting tired. All
right, is everybody there? Okay. Okay, bundle of His. Now you got to be careful with this. Notice this white line going through the interventricular septum. That's this whole septum here. The beginning of the top of the white line where it's solid, just this solid line, that's our bundle of His. When we start to see the branches coming off, still in the interventricular septum, that's going to be our bundle branches. Now, obviously, we have a right bundle branch and a left bundle branch, okay, so you should say which side it is. And then, when these lines get into the lateral walls of the ventricles, now they magically are called Purkinje fibers. Right. So, for the entire conduction system, SA node, AV node, bundle of His, right bundle branches, left bundle branches, Purkinje fibers. Okay? Everyone's good on that?
Mm-hmm. Now, everything in here, these are still the Purkinje fibers?
No, just these white lines.
Oh, I didn't see the white lines.
Yeah, get those white lines.
Okay.
Okay. The next thing it goes through are the valves. So, the first valve, we'll do this way. First valve is this guy right here. Anyone know what's this valve?
The tricuspid valve.
Okay, or the right atrioventricular or right AV valve. Now, why is it tricuspid? Sometimes it might help. Look at these tags, right? We got 1, 2, 3 of these tags because there's 3 cusps. Now, let's look at that valve more careful. We notice there's little string-like structures here. What do we call that string-like structure? That's the chordae tendineae. And what holds on to the chordae tendineae is a special type of muscle in the ventricles. Papillary muscle, which is represented by these red tags. So, right AV connects to the chordae tendineae, which connects to the papillary muscle. Now on this side, it's the left AV valve,
or bicuspid,
also known as the bicuspid, known as the 2 tags, or sometimes known as mitral. Now again, chordae tendineae and the papillary muscle right there. Now then we have the 2 valves for the exits of the hearts, the semilunars, 2 of them. So right up here, we have our going to the pulmonary system from the right side, pulmonary semilunar valve. And then over here, a little tricky to see, you kind of have to lift up this valve, the AV, it's underneath here. What number you got under there? I can't see it.
45.
45. That's your aortic semilunar valve. Okay? So pulmonary semilunar, and then way underneath under there is aortic semilunar valve. Okay, so we got through those.
Aorta.
Okay, so after the aortic semilunar, we get into the aorta. This is only one section of the aorta, right? Anyone remember what's this section? Not yet. Right before the arch. It's the largest diameter in the body,
The ascending?
but it's very short. Yeah, it's just the ascending. It's about an inch long or so. So that's it. That's ascending aorta, and that's all we got. Then it goes into the aortic arch and starts becoming descending aorta, going down that way. And the rest of these, of course, are going off, subclavian, brachiocephalics, and all that other good stuff. Okay, so here, so that's aortic semilunar, aorta. Oh, pulmonary artery. Okay, now remember the pulmonary artery. Remember, artery away. This is where things get changed a little bit. This represents your pulmonary artery. Now, the reality is this is actually the pulmonary trunk, which leads to the pulmonary artery. So if you gave me pulmonary trunk for this or pulmonary artery, you're okay. All right, I'll take either one. So pulmonary trunk, pulmonary artery. Remember, this is carrying deoxygenated blood to the lungs. Now, we go to the lungs, do our gas exchange. We're coming back to the left side of the heart. We got to get back to the left atrium with our oxygenated blood. So remember, veins bring blood back to the heart. So what are these two guys right here
Pulmonary
represent?
veins.
There's your pulmonary veins filling up the left atrium. Okay? Then what else did I give you guys? Oh, the superior inferior vena cava, real simple. That's draining into the right atrium. So up here, superior vena cava, little tricky to see, you got to kind of look underneath.
It's right there.
Down there is your inferior vena cava.
So
Okay.
the superior was this.
Yeah, remember it's draining into the right atrium. So superior vena cava, and down here inferior vena cava. Okay. Did I give you guys coronary sinus? Oh, it's down below. Okay. All right.
Papillary
So
muscle.
next, those papillary muscles again. We pointed them out. That's the red. Oops, sorry. Breaking your hearts. There's the red tags. All right, represent the papillary muscle. Now remember, papillary muscle is a specialized type of trabeculae carnae. Trabeculae carnae, all these ridges you see in here, these raised bundles of muscle fiber, you can see them here as well. That's trabeculae carnae. Again, more surface area, more muscle type of thing. The papillary muscle is just a special version of the trabeculae carnae attached to the chordae tendineae to keep these AV valves from blowing inside out under pressure. Okay, so that's the papillary muscle, chordae tendineae we did, trabeculae carnae we just did. The right and left coronary arteries, we did that. Oh wait, did we do that?
No.
I don't think so.
Oh, we didn't do that. Okay. We need the. Yeah, we need this. Go back on. Hold on a second.
Just switch arms.
Huh? What are you doing?
Okay. So remember, we're looking at arteries, right? So I'm gonna close that too. So if I'm pointing to this on the right-hand side, what am I pointing to?
And zoom in
Jenna?
good.
This right here
Right there.
on the right-hand side.
Yeah, number 31.
Yep, that's going to be our on the right-hand side. Which coronary artery?
Right.
Right coronary artery. Very good. Okay. And then this
29.
little. There you go. Look at it. We can jump right in. Left coronary artery right there. Did I give you guys marginal branch?
No.
Okay, you know that on the diagram still. Okay, that'd be going down this way. But if just go on the
Okay.
model, just go with the things I gave you. Okay, so that gave us the right and left coronary arteries. Then the great coronary vein, which is just going to be this big guy right here.
Is that
Right.
the great cardiac?
Yeah, it's the same thing. Great cardiac vein, great coronary, it's the same exact
We
thing.
don't need to know the right and left coronary veins.
No, there actually is no right and left coronary veins.
Oh.
So you don't want to know those. Okay, last two is the coronary sinus, which again is draining the right atrium. That's this right here. What number is that? 38 or 58? 58. So that's that little red circle right there, okay? The little red circle represents that's blood coming in. So remember, the coronary sinus, what is that draining?
Coronary blood.
In other words, it's draining the coronary muscle itself, the heart muscle. So remember, the heart muscle has its own circulation. That's the coronary circulation. So we got to send that deox blood coming from the coronary muscle, the cardiac muscle, and that drains into this right atrium through the coronary sinus. And then the last thing on the
We
list
did
is
already.
yeah,
the oracles.
that we did
Or
already.
the tabs outside.
Yeah, and that's it. That's the whole thing.